Hi guys, how's it going? Thanks very much for stopping by to check out this video. You know, traditionally here on the channel, viewers who watch these videos, most of them switch off after about 30 to 60 seconds. But I really want you to hang around for the next few minutes and watch this video because I need your help. As you know, I am training to run the Sydney Marathon, which is now less than 13 weeks away. Because I have a dodgy left knee, which has lost all cartilage and left me with bone on bone, I'm using a run-walk strategy to get me to race day and hopefully to the finish line at the Sydney Opera House on August 31. And if you saw the first video in the Sydney Marathon series, you know I'm raising money for Heart Research Australia because recently I was put in a high-risk category for possible heart disease. I know many of you have already donated to my fundraising efforts, like these legends here on screen. I'm so appreciative that you have dug deep to help out my fundraising, and it really does mean a hell of a lot to me. But I think there's a way that we can both work together to raise even more funds for Heart Research Australia, and it won't cost you any money at all. In fact, to help boost my fundraising efforts for Heart Research Australia, all I'm asking you is to give me a little bit of your time. Over the next 2 months, June and July, I will be donating all proceeds from the channel to my fundraising efforts for Heart Research Australia. And all I'm asking you to do is to watch this video for a little bit longer, or even go and watch some other videos on the channel. There's over 500 of them. You see, the channel gets a small remuneration from YouTube most months from ad revenue. It gets a tiny percentage from those ads that pop up before and during a video that you probably skip as soon as you can. But the longer you watch those ads and the longer you watch the videos that bring up more ads, then that ad revenue percentage goes up. I'm not talking about the channel raking it in, guys. Most months the channel barely scrapes over 100 Aussie dollars, the minimum amount needed to get remunerated. But with your help, we can give this ad revenue a bit of a kick over the next couple of months. I'm asking you to watch these videos for longer. Let those ads run for a little bit longer. And even share this video or the channel with your running buddies or running community and let them know what I'm trying to achieve. Many eyes on screen will really help to boost my fundraising efforts. When I first signed up to raise money for Heart Research Australia, a figure of $600 as a fundraising goal was suggested. I didn't think I could get anywhere near that figure, but I'm already halfway there thanks to the generosity of these people. But with your help, just giving up a little bit of your time to watch these videos, we can blow that fundraising goal figure out of the water. So come on guys, help me out. And if you do decide to watch these videos for a little bit longer and those ads for a little bit longer here on the channel and to share with your running community, make sure you let me know in the comments that you have done so. And hopefully in a few weeks, in another video here on the channel, I can share with you some of the early results of that campaign. All right guys, if you are still with me and haven't clicked off this video yet, I really do appreciate you sticking around to see what I'm trying to achieve with my fundraising efforts for Heart Research Australia. But now it is time to go running. Morning guys, flying solo this morning for Sunday long run. I've come into the city, came in with Trish. She's motivating with some friends at the Brisbane Marathon Festival. So I did a couple of K before the start of that and then went and watched the start. And now I'm out just trying to get my long run done. Just having one of my walk breaks. Not sure how far I'm going to get today because the knee is really quite scratchy, a little bit ouchy this morning, so there might be more walking than running for this long run. I think I know what might be a little bit angry this morning too, but I'll get to that in a little while, a bit later in this run. What I'm going to do is I'll go through the running week while I'm out here clicking off some Ks and let you know what I've been up to. It's been a pretty good week, although today it's not going all that well at the moment. Anyway, we'll battle on. Keeping the walk breaks again today to 500 metres, and I'm at about almost 9.5k. Monday was a non-running day. Went to the gym, 30 minutes on the bike and lower body strength work. Tuesday morning was the speed group that I run with. I think from memory 8 kilometres all up, and the speed component of that was 3 minutes on with a 1 minute honest float by 2, so that was 18 minutes of work. So that went pretty well. Knee was okay. Wednesday was a total rest day. Thursday was my second big session of the week. This week I did a 10-minute warm-up and a 20-minute cool-down, and the session was 6 by 1 mile with a 200-metre walk. And I did those miles at a reasonably good pace, a little bit quicker average per kilometre than the previous week when I did those 10 1Ks. So I was really happy with that. Friday I added an extra run. I did say in the last video I was going to add in an extra day every sort of 2 or 3 weeks. I did that on Friday, just a very gentle 30-minute run, and then after that I went to the gym and did some more lower body strength work. And Saturday, park run, I'll talk about that on the next walk break. Alright guys, I'm going to have to call it on my long run today. The knee is just really angry, and I'll get to a reason why I think that is in a sec. But first, let's talk about Saturday's run. It was park run. Wanted to give park run a little bit of a push this week. It was pace the week at my local park run, at Wynnum Park Run. So I wanted to stick with the 4 minutes 30 per kilometre average pacer, 22.5 minutes. I was able to do that and a little bit better. Official time was 22 minutes. I got about 22:07 on my watch. I was really happy with that. I felt pretty good throughout. Got a little bit tired towards the end, but that's understandable with the amount of running that I'm doing and the way I am running at the moment with the run-walk scenario. So that brings me to today, and things have just gone a little bit awry. I am at 13.5 kilometres. The knee is really angry, and I think the reason for that is that that extra day on Friday backed up with the harder effort at park run on Saturday. I know the park run average time was probably slower than the speed session that I did during the week, but the speed session, you know, I'm not going flat out all the time. I think that the extra day this week, the hard park run, was not really the smartest move. If I'm going to do a harder park run in future, I've got to make sure that it's on one of those weeks when I'm only running 4 days a week. Today's Sunday, which effectively works out to be my 4th day of running in a row, and I just can't do that. I think that's pretty obvious now that I've just got to make sure that I'm giving this knee plenty of time to recover after, you know, some back-to-back running days. So I think in future I'll do that extra day on a Wednesday, and that'll mean that I'm running Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. It's only 3 days, and I think that'll be quite manageable. If not, then I'll go back to 4, and that's just the way it'll be. So what am I going to do now for the rest of this Sunday long run / walk? Well, I've still got the Garmin going, so I'm just going to walk it out now for, you know, probably 5 or 6k. You know, still getting time on legs. There's no good pushing through when the knee's feeling as angry as it is this morning. All I'm going to do is make it a lot worse. It's just going to flare up, be more inflammation in there. That'll just make things worse going forward. So walkies now for a while, then I'll go back to race precinct at the Brisbane Marathon Festival, catch up with Trish and her motivating friends, grab a coffee and enjoy the rest of the day. Alright guys, I might actually sign off on this video now. Remember what I said earlier on in the video, guys, to help me out with raising some money for Heart Research Australia. Keep watching the videos, keep supporting the channel. Would really appreciate it, and see if we can raise some dollars for Heart Research Australia. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. Really do appreciate you coming along on this journey with me. Take care, and I will see you real soon. Unfortunately, I am going to have days like this where the knee does get angry, and it's just a matter of rolling with the punches. Do what I can on the days that I can, and if it does flare up, then just do what I'm doing now. Just keep walking, walk it out, and just get that time on legs. I know this training block is all about preparing to run, walk a marathon. I've just got to be patient and go with the flow, because I've made a commitment to raising money for Heart Research Australia, and I'm going to get it fucking done. So if I can't run, I'll walk. Might be able to see marathoners and half marathoners over there on the river boardwalk. They would be 2 hours 10 in.